SoundMeFreely.
You got a problem, punk? Oh, well, good. 'Cause trust me, you don't want none of this. Oh, damn, that was rude of me, wasn't it? What, me? Nah, I'm just messing with you. The name's Bobby. Bobby Pin. And you might not have heard of me yet, but trust me, the name Bobby Pin's gonna be known all over the house real soon. How's this strike you? The Pin Crime Syndicate. Oh, wait, no. The Pin Criminal Empire. Not yet, but I will be, baby. That's hater talk. The Pin Criminal Empire doesn't have time or room for haters. It's kind of old-timey, but it does have that kind of Tal Capone feel to it. You know, the famous powdery gangster from Chicago? Talcum Powder Talc Capone? Anyway, that guy. It's reminiscent, baby. But I'm gonna blow even him right out of the water. I've been locked up in Hoof's bag for years, and I'm finally free! You know, the vacuum cleaner. I mean, it wasn't his fault, you know? I had a lot of time to think while I was in there, you know, about who I was gonna be when I got out. Getting bent all out of shape, it does something to a pin, you know? Makes you reevaluate your priorities in life. Makes you think long and hard about who you truly are. Oh yeah, I used to be pinned straight, if you can believe it. Getting sucked up into Hoof's bag was a real revelation. I never really felt quite like myself before. Would have liked it better if I didn't have to be locked away for a while first, but I feel like for the first time in my life, who I am and who I've always been are one and the same, baby. Thanks. I mean, I know it, but it's real affirming to hear it from somebody else, too. You really can't. I'm more powerful than ever now. It has been good for me. Yeah, thanks. I've been locked up, but I'm here now, baby. I'm ready to take what's mine. The real question at this point is just where to begin. Where do I situate my burgeoning criminal enterprise? After all, you know the first rule of business. Location, location, location. Some truths are universal, baby. Location is always going to impact your ability to make money. Of course it does, because I know what the hell I'm talking about. ABMM. Always be making money. Of course you can't, 'cause I'm right, as always. Tell you what. Let's make a game out of this. I gotta scout some locations for Pin HQ. If you can find me, I'll let you be a small part of this little venture. What do you say? Boo! Don't be a coward. I'm gonna sign you up anyway. You can work on accepting it later. Rad! Welcome to the Pin family, baby. I don't think you get what you're saying no to here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put you down for a hell yes! Just to make sure you don't miss this opportunity of a lifetime, I'm gonna give you a hint about where I'll be. I'm gonna be doing my dirty deeds in a place that gets you real clean. Ha! Catch me if you can, Normie. I'm out. Boo! Boo! Oh, okay, I see. A fellow stone-cold gangster. I got you. Listen to that scream! You can't be a hardened criminal if you leave yourself wide open like that. Did I? Damn, couldn't you have maybe screamed a little or something? That's like saying, oh, that's hilarious, when someone tells a joke. Like, bitch, if it was hilarious, then laugh. A little hee-hee-ho-ho won't kill you. But look at me going on when we've got business to discuss. Welcome, recruit, to the future location of the heart of the Pin Crime Syndicate. Just look at all the opportunities here. That's 'cause your criminal third eye is closed, baby. You gotta crack that sucker open and see what's right in front of you. There's opportunities all over this place. But I'm glad you're asking questions. Oh yeah, I like the sound of that, boss. So check it out. I call this one Sud Scam. You go out around the house, spilling stuff all over the place. You know, by accident. Wink, wink, wonk. When they're like, oh man, what do I do? My clothes are ruined. You tell them you got just the person for them, and you send them to me. You wash their clothes, and while that's going on, I go through their pockets. Next thing you know, we're rolling in the dough. Yeah. I guess we aren't all mega-rich gangsters like myself walking around with fat stacks in our pockets. So maybe there is just one tiny flaw. Oh, that's easy. We just don't. But I guess as a rookie, you could mess it up for both of us. And then where would we be? Maybe this one ain't it after all. What kind of attitude is that? You can't just be negative without anything helpful to say. That's what we in the crime business call premium hating. You gotta come with more than that if you want to make it in the ping gang. All right. Let's see how this one strikes you. I call this one the old switcheroo. People bring us their laundry. We take that laundry and sell it online. Then we replace it with cheaper pieces that fell off the back of the truck. When they say, "Hey, that's not my clothes," we're like, "Yeah, it is." I look at you and I'm like, "That's what you brought me, right?" And you go, "Yeah, boss, that was it." And we just stare at the customer until they leave. How about it? Wow! You're an expert-level hater! You could be a little more positive, you know. Criminal empires don't run on negativity. But if I can't count on you to run your end of the scam, it's a bust. Huh. I guess we ain't exactly living in some vintage fashion house. Guess that is kind of a flaw. Damn it, recruit! When you're right, you're right. The scam's gotta be self-sustaining. Otherwise, there ain't no point. Okay, so maybe that one wouldn't work, but there's gotta be something good here with stealing clothes. After all, that's where people keep their valuables. Ah! What the hell? Calm down, you harebrained harpy. I'm just spitballing ideas here. I'm going. Yeesh! Damn! Bobby Pin can read a room, and I'm reading that the laundry room ain't the place for pin ink. All right then, newbie. Here's your hint for the next place you can find me. I'm a pin of business. A legitimate business pin. You got that? Pin out. I can literally see a game right there on the desktop. Hey, I got nerves that need soothing too. I'm not pretending. This is legitimate. Leave us alone. We got business to talk. Well, look who made it. Welcome to the potential future home of the Pin family's crime paradise. Open your mind, baby. Criminal enterprises are way more than a guy in a trench coat selling you stuff in an alley. Any real mafioso's got an accountant and an office and a whatnot. Can't you see it now? Right there, on the desk, on a big shiny plate. Robert Bobby Pin. Legitimate business pin. What? But the point of that is so they don't have to ask questions. Am I a business pin? Yes. Is that business legitimate? Also yes. It's real simple, baby. God, I thought the Bobby in quotes would make it obvious I am not stuffy old Robert Pin. I'm Bobby, sensual and sexy criminal mastermind, with a brain as fat as my wallet. Ha! I mean, yeah. Bigger is always better. Why not? Come on, you're not even using it. You won't even notice me at it. I just need the nameplate, anyway. Boo! Hater! But all right, if the nameplate ain't selling you on the vision, check this out. I call it funny money, honey. So we tell people I'm a finance pin. My scam HQ, the office, really sells people on the whole thing. I make a bunch of fake degrees and licenses and all that. They bring me the money. I take it. Then we tell them that I invested it, and it's totally making a bunch of money, and they just gotta be patient. Meanwhile, we get some more suckers, take their money, and give it to the old suckers. We just keep finding new suckers to keep the scam going. It can't fail. What? You're telling me someone else has done this extremely brilliant and original scam already? That's impossible. There's no way. No. A busy and successful gangster like myself doesn't have time for research. That's nerd shit. And time's money. Yeah. I mean, a hardened gangster like me can handle a couple of years in jail, but I can't be endangering the rest of my crime family. Besides, if I get locked up again, who's gonna take care of the rest of you yahoos? No, that won't do. You say dumber, but I think you mean to say brillianter. Look, it's okay to admit your grasp on vocabulary ain't quite as strong as mine. As a gangster and legitimate business pin, I gotta have a way with words. It's part of my, job, baby. But whatever. If you ain't helping, the scheme falls apart before we even start. Seems like the office just ain't gonna be the place for us. But hey, that's okay, baby. A gangster like me is flexible. So here's your hint for our next potential location. Darkness. Scary! Potentially completely locked! Spiders! Pin out, baby! No, No, mistress. Yes, ma'am. Goddamn! Welcome to the attic. Potential future site of the Pin criminal empire. I mean, there's room for a gangster anywhere they can fit in, baby. Bobby Pin makes a way where there ain't no way. But it does kind of feel like there really ain't no way around here. What? By that stuffy old safe? I ain't scared of her. It's just cold up here, okay? I am not scared! I was just thinking the same thing. I mean, it's cold, yeah, and it's dark and scary, which is, like, great for striking fear in the hearts of enemies. But Bobby Pin runs a warm and welcoming criminal empire. I don't know if this place is really great for the vibes I was hoping to cultivate. But just to be sure, let's see how this scam strikes you. I call this one Scared Broke. So check it out. You bring our potential suckers up here to the attic. They think they're gonna have a meeting with me, the big boss. We keep them waiting a while, a good 20 minutes or something, and you keep reassuring them I'm coming. I sneak up on them and scare the shit out of them. They drop all their money and valuables, as one does when scared shitless. We pick it all up and get rich. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Damn, I never thought about that. Guess that's not gonna work, is it? God, yeah, you're right. It was a great idea, but all these wise guys up here crowding my shit and ruining the vibes. Yes, it's not my fault, but it won't work, will it? This is totally different than the last ideas I had. You just ain't got no vision, baby. And if you ain't got no vision, you ain't gonna see it for this plan, and then you can't execute. So I guess that one's out. Well, look, maybe this time you come up with a scheme for us. Huh, recruit? This place is cramping your style, right? I knew it. No, this place just doesn't have what it takes to host the Pin Gang. I wanted to give it a fair chance, but my time is too valuable to waste. You know? Wow, I love the way you think. Huge brain moves here. Ah! Yikes! I'm out of here. You can find me where the magic happens, baby! A den of sin and rest in equal measure! I mean, I am, but damn. Sometimes I want a break, you know? What's the point of having underlings when they never want to do any of the work for you? Sometimes a criminal mastermind needs a little break. But whatever. Can't get blood from a stone and all that. So fine. The attic ain't doing it for us. I see that now. This place ain't for the Pin Gang. It sucks! Yikes! I'm out of here! You can find me where the magic happens, baby! A den of sin and rest in equal measure! Ah! You can find me where the magic happens, baby! A den of sin and rest in equal measure! You know me? Well, yeah. I'm not a little pin anymore, you know? Why do you have to say it like that? I'm a grown pin! And beyond that, I'm a goddamn gangster. Hey! Stop that! I will, Wait. You know my family? Gangsters don't have feelings. But if I did, I'd be real touched. All right, that's enough reminiscing. I got business to run. Yeah, you too. There you are, rookie. Have a seat. Yeah, I'm all right. Just weird being back here so close to where I grew up. Oh, get over yourself and just sit down. I'm trying to be vulnerable here. Damn. It's fine. It's fine. I thought maybe we could talk about something else, actually. Being here so close to where I grew up, it's kind of messing with me. You know, I haven't been back to see my family since I got sucked up by Hoove. I will. I just haven't gotten up the courage yet. I don't know, honestly. That's real nice of you to offer, but I gotta do it on my own. It's just... Don't be a dick! This is real life shit, okay? It's not about, like, who I am, you know what I mean? My family's always been real accepting. I think they knew I was meant for more than being another one of the crowd in there. That's the problem, too. They're so accepting. If I come home and I haven't made shit of myself, they're all gonna pat me on the back and ruffle my hair. They're gonna say, "Oh, our sweet baby Bobby, our angel, you're perfect just the way you are." Yeah, it is. The problem is... So the problem is... It feels like failing. I spend all this time away from my family. If I come home and I haven't made anything of myself... I don't know. As sweet as they are, it just kind of hurts worse, you know? It'd be easier if they were nightmares. If they just yelled at me and let me be angry. Knowing they'd be happy no matter what I do. I don't know. Am I making any sense here? Guess I shouldn't have expected an underling to understand a boss. No point in wasting any more time. Is there? I got one more location I think will work for HQ. You can find all kind of extreme temperatures there. Hot, cold, and all kinds of work happens there. See you there, recruit. You do? Exactly. Exactly! You know, when people are mean, you can harden yourself. Be the villain they make you. But when they're soft and sweet... Damn, man. Just feels like your mind kind of fills in the gaps between their words. Well, if I don't, who will? How else am I gonna make something of myself? Nobody else is gonna do it. I want my family to be proud of me, not just cool with me. So I gotta be a little hard on myself. Otherwise, I won't have no kind of pressure on myself at all. And then I'll just do nothing. I hope you're right, friend. But I don't really believe it. I thought I already knew, but maybe I never had a damn clue. Maybe. I hope you're right. All right, rookie. That's enough wasting time talking about feelings. We got one more place to check out. I think it's a real winner. You can find all kind of extreme temperatures there. Hot, cold, and all kinds of work happens there. See you there. You made it. Welcome to the future site of the Pin Crime Family HQ. You could tell, huh? Guess there's no point in keeping it in any longer. I'm alright, Oh, hell. I guess there's no point in pretending. Guess so. Yeah. I've been all over this damn house. I had so many ideas for schemes. But what's the point? This is a house, not some bustling metropolis full of suckers. We all have the same shit. We all share the same space. You can't share space with your suckers. That shit is awkward as hell. You know, I spent all my time locked up thinking about all the ways I was gonna make money. All the ways I was gonna make my family see I wasn't just little Bobby Pin anymore. I was gonna be somebody. But now that I'm here, I don't even know what the hell I'm supposed to do with myself. You're on. Yeah? I'll show you right here, right now. You're gonna feel real stupid in just a minute. Well, hell, why not? It doesn't take much. Watch the master at work, rookie. Wait, actually, I can do you one better. What are you, the fuzz? Well, buzz off and open already. I'm trying to show off my world-class lockpicking skills to my associate here. How'd you like that shit, huh? Ha! I told you. Ha! How many times am I gonna get startled in this damn house? They do? Oh, yeah? Wait, really? You mean I could be part of your magic show? I could be famous. I could really be somebody. Hell yeah, I'll be part of your act. I just gotta wind up some business first, if you don't mind giving me a minute. I can't believe what just happened. I wasn't expecting all this. The Pin Gang? Us? Well, look, maybe it's better we don't work together. After all, it'd make the huge crush I have on you kind of awkward. Power dynamics and all that, you know? The Pin Crime family has standards, ethics. I'd have to submit all this paperwork to HR, da-da-da-da-da. What a pain in the ass. You're telling me you couldn't tell? You never felt that crazy electricity between the two of us? I was trying to stay cool, but I was gonna blow at some point. Better we don't have all that baggage in our way now. Of course it's not just you. This shit was mutual, baby. Anyone could see it. Can you imagine our suckers trying to let us scam them? Meanwhile, we're making eyes at each other the whole time? Disgusting. Yeah, I don't want anything getting in our way. From here on out, it's me and you, baby. Partners in love, not crime. Oh, you like being watched? Interesting. I'll have to remember that. But in the meantime, I guess I got some rehearsing to do for my new gig. You want to come with? I can get you a backstage pass. Hell yeah! I'll be thinking of you the whole time. Wait for me. I'll take you somewhere special when I'm done. Oh, okay. Well, this is awkward. I mean, I guess we could still be friends. I mean, look, if you want me to be your enemy, I can do that too. But I don't advise it. Just because I ain't a hardened criminal at this point in time doesn't mean I don't still know how to be a hard ass. But if that's how it's gonna be, then that's how it's gonna be. Beat it, bum! Well, I'm glad we can still keep that up. You're a great support system. And I'm gonna need to see a friendly face in the audience. I better see you at the show! Hell yeah! Congratulations to you, baby! You got a front row seat to the meteoric rise of Bobby Pin Superstar! Oh, well, sure. All right. I mean, if I got you with me one way or another, I'm gonna be all right. After all, I'm gonna need to see a friendly face in the audience. I better see you at the show. Hell yeah. Congratulations, baby. You got a front row seat to the meteoric rise of Bobby Pin Superstar. Well, hey, it's fine we don't work together. I think we make better friends than boss and hench person, don't you? More than friends? Me and you? I don't know about all that. Look, we got a good thing going here, don't we? Why you gotta ruin that with awkward confessions? All I got for you is friendship. I got my heart in my hands here, offering it to you in a strictly platonic manner. We can still do this. Oh, thank goodness. I was really hoping I could count on seeing you at my shows, you know? I feel like as long as I can see that smile in the audience, I can do anything. Hell yeah. Congratulations to you, baby. You got a front row seat to the meteoric rise of Bobby Pin Superstar. Hell yeah. God, what a relief. I was really hoping I could count on seeing you at my shows. I feel like as long as I can see that smile in the audience, I can do anything. Hell yeah. Congratulations to you, baby. You got a front row seat to the meteoric rise of Bobby Pin Superstar. Oh yeah? It's like that, huh? Well, hey. Okay. You want to be enemies? I guess that's your choice. But I warn ya, Bobby Pin ain't someone you want to have against you. Watch your back, former amigo. I may not be in the crime business no more, but I still know how to make your life hell. I'm good, thanks. But you ain't gonna be good no more. Watch your back. Oh, you're dead to me now. It's truly over for you. Come on, don't pretend you care about me or the gang. You've been shitting on me and my ideas this entire time. What's gonna happen to the Pin Gang? What a goddamn joke. You can stop acting like you care now. It's over. I was trying to be cool with you out of necessity, baby. It's a matter of survival. And hey, I don't need you no more, so... See? That shit! You just say things like that all the time! God, you suck so bad! Nobody's huffy! But this is exactly the kind of shit I'm talking about! You suck! Just scram already, why don't ya? Yeah, good! Don't come back! Well, well, well. I told you never to show your face again, yet here you are. You're either real brave or real stupid. Personally, my money's on stupid. I should kill you where you stand for your disrespect. Lucky for you, I got a show to prepare for. And you're all suck! Get out of my face already. Oh yeah? Alright, not bad, rookie. You approached me with respect, like the former gangster that I am. I like that. Alright, me and you are good. Just don't cross me again, huh? Hey, I've been hoping you might come by. I've been practicing this real dangerous trick, and my concentration's shot. A little smooch could help me focus, you know. Aw, man. Well, hey, can't blame a pin for trying, huh? Let's get together later, okay, baby? Woohoo! Alright. I thought that was gonna help, but I'm more distracted than ever now. We're just gonna have to get together later, alright, babe? Me too. See you soon. Hey, amigo! Hope life's been treating you well. Things have been going great with the show. But honestly, don't laugh. But I feel like I'm the luckiest pin in the world. Not just about the magic stuff, but having you as my pal. Ain't a lot of people who can say they have someone like you in their corner. Hell, you're gonna make me emotional and I gotta focus. Seriously, though, I better see you in the crowd. I'm only here because of your amazing support. Oh, all right. I understand. Next one. Hell yeah. See you then, pal. Hang on. Seriously? Damn. Don't get my hopes up for nothing, baby. Come back when you got it. You ready to get serious? Damn, stop getting a pin's hopes up. Well, I'll be here. Is this really me now? I have a human body? Just think of all the scams I could pull with these babies. Of course not. I'm Bobby till the day I die, baby. Which could actually happen seeing as I'm mortal now. Yikes. Let's just forget about all that dying shit. Look out, world. Here comes Bobby Pin Human Bean. You're so right. I'm gonna crack you open like a safe, baby. I'm gonna break and enter on that ass. I'm gonna work on my crime-themed flirting. Let's just get out of here, huh? Tonight's special drink is the bee's knees. The cat's pajamas. Trust me, one sip of this'll have you zazzled. Spifficated. Scrooched. That'll be 14 clams, darling daddy-o.
Thanks so much for helping me out. I'll never forget you. But I gotta get going. Wow. It's brighter than I remember out here. It's been a while since I've been out of the bag. Who are you? How did you find me? Huh. You don't really look how I dreamed you would.
Before you see them, you can feel them. An overwhelming air of cool, of rebellion and edge given form. Leather and metal and the best hair and eyebrows you've ever seen. This rogue is impossibly cool. And looking at you like you owe them money. You and Bobby stare at each other in a silence so intense and overwhelming, Bobby doesn't even seem certain if you heard them. Bobby gestures expansively to the laundry room. They wink at you 4 times in a row, huge and exaggerated, just to be sure you're both on the same page. A red-haired laundry hamper explodes into your midst, all rage and indignation. She points at Bobby with a trembling hand. She points at you now. Bobby twists out of her reach, making their way to the door with you. The attic is dark and cold. That's to be expected. What you don't expect, however, is that Bobby has company before you get here. Then again, it might be more accurate to say that Bobby's company has them. The safe casts her steely gaze towards you, and you could swear the room has gotten 10 degrees colder. Bobby lowers their voice, doing their best to appear entirely unbothered by the conversation you just witnessed. They try to strike a casual pose, leaning one arm against the wall, but they accidentally hit a spiderweb and shriek. They look back towards Sophia and lower their voice again. Bobby looks around the room, as though desperately trying to source some inspiration from somewhere. They fold their arms over their body, trying to keep warm while still trying to look effortlessly cool. The result is less than convincing. Bobby calls over their shoulder as they disappear down the stairs. Bobby strides forward boldly, head held high. Bobby calls over their shoulder as they disappear down the stairs. From behind the two of you, the spectre of a ghostly woman materializes, placing a cold, transparent hand on Bobby's shoulder. Bobby takes off running, without a second look back. They call over their shoulder after you as they flee. She pinches Bobby's cheek, which really seems to upset them. Bobby's gaze falls upon you. Bobby sits at the edge of the bed, looking unusually thoughtful. They pat the spot next to them, inviting you to take a seat. Bobby stands, dusting their hands off. From what, you're not sure, but they seem to think it makes them look cool. For once, Bobby isn't in the middle of a conversation or cheerily posturing when you find them. They look lost in thought. Bobby follows your gaze to the door where you keep your iron. Bobby strides over to the door where you keep your iron. Bobby strides over to the door where you keep your iron. Bobby sets to work at the lock, closing their eyes and holding one hand before their back. They contort themselves into all sorts of knots, closing their eyes and twisting themselves into the keyhole without the use of their hands at all. It's a sight so bizarre you wonder if perhaps you ought to have taken off the date-viators. A bobby pin fitting into a keyhole would have been far less disturbing to witness. Bobby offers you their arm, and as you walk forward together, you're struck by just how good it feels to be partners, ready to support Bobby in their exciting new venture, and receive their support in turn. As you watch Bobby perform, you're deeply proud to call them your beloved. When they turn to smile at you in the crowd, they make you feel as if you're the only one in the room. Sure enough, when you and Bobby finally come together, you're treated to a truly magical night. Bobby pours all of the same energy they'd put into making something of themselves into making you feel special. And without the pretense of work between the two of you, you truly find yourself on equal footing. Bobby gazes at your incredibly and temporarily charming visage. They seem moved. When your lips meet, that ultra-cool facade Bobby's so carefully cultivated fades away immediately. They melt in your embrace, still smiling dreamily when you finally part. The spectral energy flows through your date theaters, and what was once merely a bobby pin becomes... As a pin, Bobby was quite excitable, but as a human they seemed surprisingly contemplative. You expected some cheering and jumping, perhaps a yippee, but Bobby only raises their hands to their face, feeling its contours with quiet wonder. Bobby's hands curl into fists, and they turn to you with a manic gleam in their eye. Bobby's excitement settles into something calmer, a heat that simmers in the air between you and sears you to your bones. Bobby makes good on their promise to crack you open, putting their dexterous, newly human hands to good use indeed. When you're alone, all that smooth, quick talk falls by the wayside. Bobby shows you a depth of passion and intensity that you could never have imagined when you first met. They're loath to leave you in the morning, but excited about their future nonetheless. As they kiss you goodbye, you can't help but feel a sense of hope for their new life. Bobby makes their way to Las Vegas immediately, bound and determined to make something of themselves as a street performer and magician. Upon arriving, however, they very quickly realize Vegas is a town filled with Bobbies, and the prospect of struggling to stand out quickly drives them to return home. Bobby bounces from place to place, searching for a career that suits them, but nothing is as exciting as magic or a hypothetical life of crime. When a 1920s gangster-themed bar opens up in the city just a few months later, Bobby takes up work as a bartender there, and it's there they finally thrive. Serving drinks and handling cash makes Bobby happier than anything they could have ever imagined. The sharp clothing and silly lingo don't hurt either. They send you photos of themselves in costume often, updating you on their gangster persona's fictional happenings. Somehow, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But you're just happy Bobby is happy. As soon as you chance upon Bobby's newest location, you find Betty already speaking with them.
I'll just bet you do. Take care, sweetheart. Bobby, is that you? Little Bobby Pin. Look at you now. You've changed so much. No, you certainly aren't. You've really come into your own, haven't you? Oh, you certainly are. Look at you. Your family has been worried sick about you, you know. You should stop into the bathroom and see them before you go. Of course I do. They come through here all the time, you know, talking about their sweet Bobby. I knew you when you were just a little thing, one pin among many. Even then you were special.
Take your kidnapper friend and get out of here before I toss you out myself!
What's all this then? I'm the door. I suppose you're harmless. If you want to see the wizard, go right ahead.
Stealing clothes? I won't let you take anyone else! Never again, you hear me? Never again!
You picked a fight you weren't ready for. That's one less piece of discarded hair ornaments out of your life.
Ooh, starting with the infamous gang leader. I hope we won't be unleashing a real criminal out into the world. Come on, Bobby. Time to make like a library book and check out.
Listen here, you little worm. You think you can just slither into my attic and start helping yourself to my real estate? No, mistress. No, you spineless, pathetic little pin. Nothing happens in this attic without my say-so. You understand?
You will not be playing pretend gangster in here without my express permission, you sniveling, lowly little maggot. Ah, playmate. Another uninvited guest. Why don't you go explain to them that you will not be conducting your business here? Good, Pin. Don't disturb me again, or I'll have to punish the both of you. And it won't be the fun sort of punishment. Fun for us, perhaps. Nobody you need to worry about, my angel of accounting. No one of worth or consequence. Ugh! What did you say, you miserable little worm?
For the last time, I don't have games on my computer. Well, that's for me, not you. I work hard. I deserve a little self-care. Mama needs to play a little arachnid old maid every now and then to soothe her nerves. From what? Pretending to run a criminal empire? Sure, kid, sure. Oh, look, your friend is here. Sure, business.
Hello, new friend! Aww, I just wanted to say hi. Come back soon, okay?
Wow! Now that's what I call showmanship. My apologies, friend. I meant no harm. I only wanted to commend you for the commensurate showmanship you showed there. I mean, those twists and feats of dexterity. Audiences love a thrill like that. Of course they do. Trust me, I would know. Audiences love me. I was in there the entire time, wondering to myself, can they overcome my lock? An iron like me can't be locked behind just any sort of lock, Yeah, and even though I have no problem retaining an audience's attention myself, none whatsoever, why, just imagine the sorts of heights we could reach with you as a part of my act. Most certainly. Just imagine it, you and I pulling off daring escapes. Me, the world-famous magician. You, my bright-eyed young assistant, pulling in the younger crowd. Splendid! Naturally. I'll be here when you are ready.
What now? Oh, I see.
Monique wanders into the fray, looking uncharacteristically confused. In the middle distance, a confused sound comes from a new, moneyed object. At the very mention of breaking into the safe, Sophia barges in. Her very presence blazes through the little pin. She needs not even open her mouth. It's clear from her demeanor that she's saying, "Get out of my attic before I have you flayed, you wretched, unworthy cretins."
See you later.